Nissan, like most familiar car brands, is a global concern with a wide variety of products for an even wider variety of people and places. But for one reason or another, size, market conditions, whatever, many of Nissan's most interesting products will never make it to America. Fortunately, we can still drive them, or at least Anquinette Crosby can.
Most of us are familiar with Nissan's 350Z and the Maxima, but chances are you've never heard of the Micra or the Moco. That's because neither one are sold in the U.S. But to give you a glimpse of what other drivers are zipping around the world, Nissan invited me here to San Francisco to their global event to show off their unique international fleet and to tell us which one of these foreign cars will probably be coming to America. Move over, Mini Cooper and Scion. This pint-sized European Micra from Nissan may soon be your competition. Recently, Nissan pulled out all the stops by bringing its global fleet to the streets of San Francisco, showing the world and 500 invited journalists what the company is really made of. They called it Nissan 360.
We sell a lot of different vehicles around the world, and we're very interested in extending products that are successful in one market to other markets.
This gives a whole new meaning to the term crossover vehicles.
It's really about engineering products that are interesting to consumers around the world. Now, sure, tastes differ and market requirements differ around the world, size, engines, and so forth, but fundamentally we think that great cars are great cars anywhere in the world.
That global philosophy is paying off big time for Nissan. It's a huge turnaround for a company facing bankruptcy a few years ago. And to show us that those dark days are behind them, Nissan brought over 70 vehicles from its expansive car catalog. Well, I didn't have to be a globetrotter in order to experience what some Japanese and European drivers get to cruise around in. Like this popular Japanese mini car called the March. It's a tiny package packing lots of attitude. Although having the steering wheel on the right did slow me down just a little, it was still fun to drive and can easily squeeze into any tight parking spot. But it's this space saver called the Cube that may be showing up in a few years on U.S. roads. This tiny toolbox has 2-row seating, a huge rear cargo opening, and is actually quite roomy inside. But also look out for the European Micra to possibly make a splash onto U.S. soil. Nissan is not only building vehicles high on style, but high on practicality as well. This is the Presage minivan from Japan, and one of its really cool features is this, slide-up seating, which makes it easier for disabled or elderly people to get in and out. And leaving no stone unturned, this small van is called the Cubistar. It's a commercial vehicle sold only in Europe. But just as these auto execs try to determine which new imports to bring to America, it can also happen the other way around.
The Murano, which was originally developed to be a US-only car, was successful enough here and gathered enough attention in Europe and Japan that we're actually introducing the Murano this fall in Japan and in fact next spring in Europe.
But that's the point of staging an event like Nissan 360, discovering what's made here or there that might appeal to buyers elsewhere, and that Nissan is prepared to go to the ends of the earth to tantalize everyone with new ways to drive.